Hi my dear friends, today we shall discuss the last topic of your first unit, the linear differential equations. The topic entitled is simultaneous linear differential equations. How to solve simultaneous linear differential equations. If there is only one linear differential equation, there is one dependent and another independent variable. So we obtain the value of general solution as the value of dependent variable in terms of independent variable. Now, if there are more than one linear differential equations, more than one, the linear LDE means more than one dependent variable. If there are two dependent variables and only one independent variables, then how to solve such simultaneous system of linear differential equations? So to solve this, we shall use the methodology of the Cramer's rule. Cramer's rule, let me explain in a very short. What is Cramer's rule? Cramer's method is the method of determinant method of solving pair of or more than one equations, simultaneous equations in 2 variables, 3 variables, 4 variables and so on. So, what is that method? If there are two unknowns, for instance, a1x plus b1y equal to say c1 and a2x plus b2y equal to c2. There are two unknowns x and y. We want to determine the values of x and y. So we have already learned that if there are three determinants, if delta is the determinant of unknowns a1, b1, a2, b2, delta suffix x is the determinant obtained by replacing the columns of coefficients of x with the right hand side column c1, c2. a1, a2 they are the coefficients of x, they are replaced by c1, c2, b1, b2. Similarly, delta y is a1, a2, first column will be remain same, and y coefficient column will be replaced by c1, c2. Then the Cramer's method says that x is equal to delta x by delta and y is equal to delta y by delta. In other words, delta into x, this determinant into x unknown is equal to delta x. This formula, short formula, I am going to use while solving this two examples, two different systems of linear differential equations. For example, say 2x plus 5y is equal to say 26 and 5x minus 4y equal to say minus 1. Now I am finding out the values of x and y by Cramer's rule. X is equal to delta x by delta. What is delta? It is determinant of unknowns. 2, 5, 5 minus 4. And delta x is 26 minus 1, 5 minus 4. The first column 2, 5 is replaced by 26 minus 1. So what is this? 26 into minus 4 is minus 104. Minus 5 is plus 5. Divided by minus 8 minus 25 minus 33. So it is minus 99 by minus 33. That gives me plus 3. Value of x as plus 3. What is y? Delta y by delta. Value of delta is, denominator is minus 33. How we find delta y? I am replacing the second column now by 26 minus 1. In D. Second column. First column will remain same, 2, 5. Second column by 26 minus 1. This is the delta y determinant upon minus 33. So it is minus 2 minus 26 into 5. It is minus 130 upon minus 33. So it is minus 132 upon minus 33. So it is 4. So value of x and value of y, 3 and 4 respectively, can be very easily found by this Cramer's rule. So same concept I am using to solve this pair of equations. So let us consider the first example. Dx given. Dx by dt plus 2y is equal to e power t and minus 2x plus dy by dt is equal to e raised to power minus t. So I am solving this system. There are two differential equations, dx by dt and in terms of dy by dt. From these two equations, I would be determining value of x in terms of t as well as y in terms of t. So, to employ the Cramer's rule, I would be writing this system in a very handsome form like this. Coefficient of x, coefficient of y, and in operator form. So, dx by dt means capital D of x, coefficient of y is 2y is equal to right hand side e power t, minus 2x, dy by dt means d of y is equal to e power minus t. So this is equation 1, this is second equation, xy, xy. So here delta is equations of unknowns, x and y, which is 2 by 2 determinant, d2 minus 2 capital D. Delta x, replacing the first column by the right hand side. First column is d minus 2. I am replacing it by e raised to power t and e raised to power minus t. Second column is 2d. Whereas delta y, now I am replacing second column by e raised to power t minus. So first column d minus 2, e raised to power t and e raised to power minus t. So these are the three 2 by 2 determinants which are involved in Cramer's formula. Therefore, by Cramer's method or Cramer's rule, delta into x is delta suffix x, or x is equal to delta x by delta. Okay. So delta is this determinant. Therefore, please listen, d2 minus 2, this is the value of this delta into this is x, and delta x is this determinant. E raised to power t 2, e raised to power minus t, which is further equal to this 2 by 2 determinant is d square plus 4 in bracket times x is equal to e raised to power t into d, d of e raised to power t, ddt of e raised to power t, it is e raised to power t, minus 2 times e raised to power minus t. E raised to power t minus 2 times e raised to power minus. What is this? by Cramer's rule, it has been reduced into the LDE, linear differential equation in X. Solve this LDE in X. We know the auxiliary equation is, what is the auxiliary equation? D square plus 4 equal to 0. The roots are D is equal to 0 plus minus 2i, which consequently gives us the XC as dependent variable is X. The complementary XC is C1 cos of 2t plus C2 sin of 2t. Now XP. Particular integral from this equation is 1 upon d square plus 4 operating on e raised to power t minus 2 times e raised to power minus t. That is further equal to 1 upon d square plus 4 into e power t minus, for second term, 2 times 1 upon d square plus 4 e raised to power minus t. It is an exponential case shortcut formula in which we replace capital D by the coefficient of t. Here coefficient of t is 1, whereas it is minus 1. So here replacing d square by 1. 1 square is 1, 1 plus 4 it is 5 e raised to power t minus 2 by 5 e raised to power minus t. Minus 1 square is also equal to 1. So this is the particular integral. Therefore x is equal to xc plus xp c1 cos 2t plus c2 sin 2t plus e raised to power t by 5 minus 2 by 5 e raised to power minus t. So this gives me one of the values of x, one dependent variable x as a function of t. Now how to find out y? Consider any one of these two equations and specifically consider only that equation which contains y, which does not contains dy by dt, its derivative of y. So which equation contains? So first equation contains purely y. So consider equation 1. Consider 1. What is this? Dx plus 2y is equal to e raised to power t. From this I would be determining value of y. So 2y is d of x minus e raised to power t. From this equation, dx minus e raised to power t. Therefore y is equal to 1 by 2 times dx minus e raised to power t. Now find out the value of dx, ddt of x. X is this, 1 by 2 times ddt of x, derivative of this c1 cos 2t minus 2 c1 sin 2t plus 2 c2 cos 2t, derivative of sin 2t. Derivative of e raised to power t is e raised to power t by 5 minus 2 by 5. Derivative of e raised to power minus t, it is e raised to power minus t into minus 1. This becomes positive term. Sorry, it is dx by dt minus this term e raised to power t. So this is value of x, this is value of y. See how simple it is if we employ the Cramer's method. In many other textbooks, it is given a very lengthy solution. Multiplying this equation by d, first equation by d, second equation by 2, then add them, eliminating y, and find out the differential equation in x. Instead, if we use this formula of Cramer's rule, we can easily and very quickly and very shortly and very nicely the solution like this. Get 6-7 marks very easily. So I hope this is a very simplified form of solution which I have mentioned over here. Next, This example was asked in summer 2016. I am going to solve the second example. Second example is this. dx by dt minus 2y plus 5x equal to t dy by dt plus 2x plus y is equal to 0. Summer 15. dx by dt means d of x, capital D of x. dy by dt in capital D of y. Now rewriting this pair of equations in a handsome manner, coefficient wise, x, y, t, x, y function of t. So this equation, listen here, dx by dt means d of x plus 5x, coefficient of y minus 2 equal to t. Now x first, 2x plus dy by dt means capital D of y plus y equal to 0. Again, rewriting some more handsome form as d plus 5 times x, taking out x, minus 2 times y is equal to t. 2x plus d plus 1 times y, you are taking out the y common, equal to 0. Now, equation number 1, equation number 2. Therefore, rewriting the given pair of equation in xy form, taking out dx by dt as an operator capital D, dy by dt as capital D of y, d of x respectively. Now solving this pair of equation using the Cramer's rule by Cramer's rule or method. What is Cramer's method? Delta into x is equal to delta suffix x. Delta means the 2 by 2 determinant of unknowns in this, which is therefore d plus 5 coefficient of x and y, coefficient of y minus 2, coefficient of x 2, d plus 1. So this is capital delta into x is equal to delta x. That means in this delta, if I replace the first column by the right hand side t comma 0 minus 2d plus 1. This is just in a single equation we get the linear differential equation in dependent variable x. What is this? Therefore, I am rewriting here because my whiteboard is not lengthy, it is in broad. D plus 5 into D plus 1 plus 4 in bracket into x equal to, now right hand side determinant, t into d plus 1, d of t means ddt of t, it is 1, 1 into t is t, so it is 1 plus t. What is this? This is nothing but d square, therefore d square plus 6d plus 9 in bracket into y is equal to 1 plus d. This is d square plus 6d plus 5 plus 4, so it is 9. Now this is the linear differential equation in dependent variable x, whose auxiliary equation is d square plus 6d plus 9 into x equal to, not it is auxiliary equation f of d equal to 0. This is. The roots of these auxiliary equations are, it is of course perfect square of d plus 3 whole square. So d is equal to minus 3, these are the two pair of roots repeating real roots. Therefore, the complementary function xc is c1 plus c2t into e raised to power minus 3t. Now particular integral xp. xp is from this. It should be x. This is habit of writing y. We have solved many problems in y. These are in x and y. So x p particular integral, it is 1 upon b plus 3 whole square into 1 plus p, which is an algebraic case. So, how do we handle this case? We take out constant in bracket, constant common, 1 plus b by 3 square into 1 plus p, which is further equal to 1 by 9 times 1 plus b by 3 raised to power minus 2 into 1 plus p. Now I would now be expanding this in a binomial sense using this formula 1 plus x raised to power minus 2 is equal to 1 minus 2x plus 3x square minus 4x cube and so on, plus minus. You need to know this formula. So, I am expanding this. This is equal to 1 by 9 times 1 minus 2 by 3d into 1 plus p. I have expanded up to the first term only because the degree of t is 1 only. So, 1 by 9 times 1 into 1 plus p is 1 plus p minus 2 by 3 into capital D into 1 plus 3. D means d by dt. Derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of t with respect to t is 1. So, it is 1. 0 plus 1. So, it is 1 by 9 into 1 plus p minus 2 by 27. 1 by 9 into 2 by. So this is pure value of xp. So x is equal to, therefore, the complementary part plus particular integral part. Complementary part was c1 plus c2t into e raised to power minus 3t plus this particular integral minus 2x plus 3x square minus 4x cube plus minus and so on. This is the binomial expansion for 1 plus x raised to power minus 2. So here 1 by 9 times 1 minus 2 by 3 d into 1 plus t. T power 1. So I am expanding up to the first d term. Now let us simplify this out. 1 by 9 times 1 into 1 plus t is 1 plus t minus 2 by 3 times derivative of 1 plus t, d of 1 plus t, d of 1 constant is 0 plus d of t with respect to t is 1. So it is 1. So this is the value of xp. So x is equal to xc plus xp. Now xc was c1 plus c2t e raised to power minus 3t. c1 plus c2t e raised to power minus 3t plus 1 by 9 times 1 plus t minus 2 by 27. I am opening this bracket. 1 by 9 into 1 plus t minus 1 by 9 into 2 by 3 is 2 by 27. So this is the value of the first independent variable x. How to determine what? Put this value of x in any of these two equations. So I am considering the second equation. I am choosing the equation which contains y, not dy by dt. I have not chosen this. No, I cannot choose this because it contains dy by dt. I am considering the differential equation which contains y only. So I would be considering first again by 1. What is the value of y? Dx by dt minus 2y plus 5x is equal to t. From this, what is the value of y? Y is equal to 2y is equal to dx by dt. 2y is equal to dx by dt plus 5x minus t. So y is equal to 1 by 2 times dx by dt plus 5x minus t. So it is equal to, y is equal to 1 by 2 times dx by dt. Differentiate this with respect to t. Now c1 plus c2t into e raised to power minus 3t. It is product of two functions. So first function c1 plus c2t into derivative of e raised to power minus 3t, this minus 3 into e raised to power minus 3t plus derivative of first c1 plus c2t differentiates as c2 plus c2 into second function e raised to power minus 3. I have just ruled the product rule of differentiation plus 1 by 9 times derivative of 1 is 0, derivative of t is 1, again derivative of minus 2 by 27 is 0. So this is value of simply dx by dt plus 5 times x. 5 times x means 5 times c1 plus c2t into e raised to power minus 3t, multiplying each term by 5 of this x term plus 5 by 9, 1 by 9 into 5, 1 plus t minus 2 by 27 into 5, 10 by 27. This is the value of 5x minus t. So this is the value, final value of y, which is determined from this first equation. The equation which contains y only, not dy by dt. So because we want the value of y, if we use this equation, it also gives the value of y, but we again need to integrate this. Dy by dt is equal to this, then dy is equal to that right hand side into dt, then integrate. So this is perhaps the simpler method. Just choose the value of y, whichever contains y. Here it contains y. Don't choose the dy by dt equation. Choose the equation which contains y for finding out the value of y. So value of x, this, and value of y, this constitute your general solution of this second example. This example was asked in summer 2015. In this, I have prominently used the Cramer's method, which you have already learnt in 11th and 12th standard. So, writing this pair of equations in coefficient form, in operator coefficient form, just use the Cramer's, which you already know how to use. It becomes very, very simple. Very simplified solution is mentioned over here. I have found very different books in which the solution is by solving each pair of equation, finding out x, multiplying this equation by d plus 1, and multiplying this second equation by minus 2, coefficients of y. Coefficient of y is here d plus 2. Multiplying equation 1 by d plus 1, second equation by minus 2, and then add, so that y gets eliminated. So you get only one equation which involves the x terms. Here, in a very single step, we get the linear differential equation by making use of Cramer's rule. The very simplified method. Thank you very much. Thank you.